Good morning. I'm by myself today. Cheryl she spent whole night in the hospital. Some blood in her eye, some vein in her eye broke up, and she ended up in the emergency. She's still there, but it's not. Nothing is too serious. She probably by noon she will be out. It was related to her blood pressure yesterday with no reason apparently, and she had to. I need to be on my YouTube channel. Sorry. So she is feeling not too good, but she's always positive, and that's what worries me because she doesn't like to admit that something is wrong with her. And oh boy, I want to have my telephone so I can read the comments. And oops, I should have prepared this better. So please pray for her that it's second time in 2 years that her eye kind of was in jeopardy because of that, and they were checking if she has a stroke or not. And I'm completely lost without her today, and my phone is giving a trouble for me. Okay, I'm here. All right, I can get on. No, it doesn't let me to be on, like Cheryl can watch her from her phone. Oh boy. So when you will be writing questions, please write them in the capital letters for me, because I have dyslexia and it's not easy to be under stress and reading. Hello Heidi, thank you for greeting everyone. Aizon, Susie Ramirez, Rosita Romas, Kalima, Arlene, Nana, Dorian, Doug, Fallon, Laurie. Yeah, I have dyslexia, so when I'm under stress, the letters are jumping from one corner to another. They are jumping on me. So you will have to watch me from closeness. I have to be able to read your questions. First, I will start with my old predictions. Whoever is with me for many years knows that at the beginning of COVID, I said that I saw melon being a volcano burned to the ground. And yesterday, when I was watching Rachel, thank you, Ginny M, thank you. And thank you for your donation. Thank you for being with me. I'm feeling not myself. I love to have Cheryl because it's relaxing, not stressful. And she's always asking, do you have this? Do you have your car? Do you have that? Big sister. So I said that time that I saw his, and I was wrong. After that, he became so rich, so powerful, the richest guy in the world. Now he's on the 6th position down. But I saw that I said to that guy from Indonesia that don't invest because you may lose your money, because everything will be burned down to the ground. He said he was not listening to me because he came back after that for the reading, and he said, I lost some money, but he still believed, I think, in Tesla. And now him is Elon. Oh boy. So Melon is losing so much money. And yesterday, Rachel had very good interview with Whistleblower. And the guy was saying that he, because he was computer specialist and for cyber attacks, he noticed after the young guys were, working hard to destroy his company, he said that there was cyber attacks from Russia. Not the cyber attack, that there was some connection with, and they knew someone with the password. So they were able to get hooked on the computers, the supercomputers, when they have all the informations about union guys. And they were able to withdraw, probably because it was huge spike. And so when she was saying that, I thought, well, nothing surprised me. Those two big guys, big friends who hate each other, because they are not real friends, they are just made friends by Putin. And they are Putin's helpers. They can destroy everything. They can destroy the whole world, because that's what they are. Thank you so much for writing questions, Beverly Jones. So sorry about Cheryl. Tell you what you went I trans. It was prayers. Pray. Yes, we have to pray for her. But if you have questions, please write them in a capital, so I will be answering the questions. And thank you for your prayings. For do you see Vance letting Trump be president again if he gets to the power? Be president again. Dorian. Vance will be doing whatever he is told to do. Otherwise, go on the sofa, and you know what that means. So Vance will be obedient. I don't see him being in a presidential seat. Cheryl, I forgot about water. And I know Cheryl is watching us. My sponge was dry. So Will Vance will be, and this is questioned by Dorian. No, he will be cheated, closing the doors before him, but surprise. They might put him for a short time, but then they will not be too happy with him. He will be doing what? And you see, they need the orders from Moscow, and if they don't have the orders from Moscow, that's all. White House is dependent on Don's regime. Do you see? Okay, please send me questions, because question Laurie Sue, will the deportation of the Salvadori of innocent citizens be allowed to continue? I did the video about this. I talk about this 2 times what I have seen. I've seen him coming from the jungle. The last he is so completely wiped up, and the jungle is behind him. And he's coming. There was a storm, because I can see in the distance the storm. So he will be eventually let it go out. And but he might be staying in the area. I don't know if that means that he will be deported to USA right away. He might be let it out of the prison, but staying in Venezuela. Because 3 cards I will see. She's not here to count for me. I know she's counting. Thank you, Cheryl. They will be taking some roulettes. They will be working on it, but they will be doing silly, silly mistakes. Like they are showing us how they neglect the answer to the Supreme Court because they want confrontation with Supreme Court. And I said that Supreme Court will have to reevaluate their decision about giving too much power to Don Don, because then they might think, would we be, they will be, because they did mistake, they gave him too much power. So I think they will change the mind, and they will have a reason to change the mind again. So they will be cutting a little bit on the edges what they gave him. Not everything, not the completely cutting him, but they will be making sure that he respects the law, that the legal system is still on, and that he doesn't have ability to remove justice. So there will be a shifting of powers. Will Trump administration be fined to charges of the contempt of court after defending the judge's order and return the? That's what I'm trying to say. That the Supreme Court will have to work on that, because they let him to have too much power, and they thought that it will be like magic, that he will be a nice fairy tale and he will be using his powers for good, and he's not. So eventually they are stopping to believing in fairy tales. They want America to be saved. They will be crying over that again. The shifting of powers, something will be closing down. I believe that USA will have to. Oh, I know that now even in USA. Oh my gosh. Question: will the Mr. Leo think of Trump and Vance? What Mr. Leo thinks of Trump and Vance? Who is the Leo? Is that Melon? Leo? They don't like each other. They don't. And I said that the two. Well, I will answer. I don't know who is Leo, but I will. No, he thinks that he is weak because symbol not strong enough, because they are so pro manlyhood, so they will not. Everything will be visible, and the secrets will be coming out. So eventually, oh gosh, do you think the congressional delegation going to El Salvador to help in getting Kilmar home? Would they go to El Salvador to help? Well, Bundy will be the one who is. She probably will send another Barbie there. Nothing against Barbies. And she would like to pretend that she is doing the job. I will see her on a horse. So she is moving forward very slowly. very well, she will have to do something. Eventually, she will have to. There will be surprise. But crying over broken relationships, Angel of Justice will be able to be respected. I believe that Salvadorian president will let him out, but not letting him out of the country yet. Do you think the congressional delegation will the tariffs on Canada be reduced so that the stock market will improve and interest rates will go down? 3 cards. 1, 2. They will go down, and they will have some nice goblet to drink from, so it's symbol of being united. But I don't know if it will be with Trump or someone else eventually, but everything will get better. Some legal things will be signed, but before that it will be a battle, and up and down, the instability. Right now we are not expecting to have the stable relationship with USA, and government of USA is removing Starlink because Starlink in Europe is not allowed in any government. It's leaking information to Moscow. So I think the same happened right now in USA. And I will ask myself, will Congress be still pro-Trump? Will they start turning the backs on him? Okay, I see old clock. I have those gadgets in the back that, you will put one little match and everything will stuck. So they will eventually feel that they are stuck. They will be afraid of being by the table with him, removing themselves from the table. The clock is on the table and it's going for repairing. So they will be readjusting themselves, that the clocks were readjusted, and they have that pendulum. So the symbol of antique clock at the back, and the clock is symbol of time. So the times is changing. They will be thinking more about making decisions. Devil is playing such a role, but they will be pulling heads. Taylor Green was somehow attacked. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw a little bit. And, when you're in the morning running from one place to another, and you are, how safe will be protest be this Saturday for hands of, considering it's on the University of Oklahoma? How safe it will be? 3 cards. Everything will be, I'm not saying that it will be as anything bad, but they wouldn't put too much light on it. It's like going with the candle. So they will try to not inform enough about from the Republican Party. The Fox News will be ignoring. And I think everyone will be fine. Living on the little house 100 years ago, it was never safe. So I'm not saying it will be safe. I'm seeing a woman with the candle going to her old shack house, kind of. So no, it's not going to be very there will be work will be done, people will be protesting, people will be standing up for their rights, and they will show that America is strong. And that's what is so important, that everyone will be showing the unity, and it will be, I believe that sooner or later Mellon will be accused of being a spy, or not spy, but someone who is working for Russian government. And it will come from European, like FBI, CIA, the information will come from over there. And yeah, did I pull 3 cards? Yes. Oh gosh. There will be here. Mellon will be shown as a cheater, symbol of cheating, symbol of wanting to have a power over everything, and then he will have to go for relax because Hanningman. I don't think he will survive this year without any troubles. He's losing money, and when he's losing money, he's not needed by Don and those Republicans. When they will be afraid for their safety, even Taylor Greene, they will start thinking. Sandra Dorian, not good day due to Trump not allowing Nvidia to sell in cheap in China's. Okay, I don't know. That's not a question. So if you have a questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we will go faster with the video. I will have to close it early. It's not as entertaining as usually with Cheryl, but usually I was doing, well, I did a few times by myself so far. I will check if there was any. Will Trump administration be fined and charged for defying the judge's orders? Good question. 3 cards. Okay. It's like someone is riding a bike and it's drunk. So it's driving, and it's not driving on the street. So it's not that the fine will be big. It will be iffy. Kind of, they might give him something, but they are not really going to punish him too much. It's thank you, Jennifer, and happy Easter. Oh yes, happy Easter to everyone. I will try to do video on Friday as well. And thank you, Jennifer, for your support. And okay, I have to check which country is and okay. The King of Swords, dysfunctional family, and they will think that the grass is greener somewhere else. So they might not really, they will still think that the Supreme Court will think that he has the power to do whatever he is doing. But when they will change, because they will be afraid of their own skin. When people will start protesting, okay, Małgosia, sorry, Are you going to find out what health problem Don Don's suffering from? And they said that he has a gut problem, tuberculosis, which is, for some people, it can be very dangerous because it can cause eruption of the guts. And that's what they said. And before I said that he has he will have digestive problem and cognitive problem, but because of his father. He is under good medication so far. But what will he have? What kind of... Okay, smelling flowers. First thing is symbol of... I see two pictures. So first is smelling flowers. People who has Alzheimer's or dementia, the first thing is to discover that they have this is by losing the sense of smell. So if he is losing the sense of smell, it's predicted that he will have it. He has accidents with the guts because we all know that he can fart in the public place when he is doing... I will give Heidi, I will give Cheryl a hug. I will have to see her, but hopefully she will be home today and I can go and visit her. And so he will have the problem with his guts. He might have to wear a bag, but the smell is symbol of having Alzheimer, and a lot of excitement he has. And it's running in his family, but he will be still doing as much job as possible. His father was doing, people were asking him to sign something because he was not able to... His mother was looking after that problem, checking what Don Don is asking his father to sign. So Don Don was taking advantage of his father. And the second thing that I'm seeing, him as a Scottish guy, overweight. And he has a Scottish background from the mother's side, even she was not overweight. But, tuberculosis is nasty thing. I had 3 or 4 times attacks, but 3 times they wanted me to go for operation, but they were afraid of operating on me because I have bleeding disorder. So I had to suffer, and somehow my gut slowed down, and I didn't slow down to eat nuts. I love nuts. And that's the thing that can cause penetration of the guts, and it can... Of course, I forgot to tell of the... Okay. So it's something that it could be like that. Some stress, wrong food, and he's eating really good food. I went to McDonald's with my last week for shopping, and I said to him, I'm not going to cook today, I will take you to McDonald's. It was Thursday. And he said, oh, okay, because he was complaining that we haven't been there for years. And it's true. Next, in the evening, I noticed right away as it's nice to have that. So my body is resistant to that food, but he loves it and he loves to eat and eat. And Pampon Diaz is picking up on the justice from New York and wants to go for her, but I have seen something. Mama T, what is going on with the 2 men let go under P, petty H, then come well, drain, during something. Huh, I don't know. I don't know what you are asking. Two men let go under the petty H. I don't know. I will have to take a picture of this and figure out what you are asking me for. Okay. I'm a primitive girl. I'm. Do you see, Sandra? Do you see food shortages for Canada? Not only for Canada and for USA, because I've been in Poland when we had martial. They put embargo on Poland. So, because Polish government was not working with USA and other countries, and it was after solidarity was put under the lid. So they pushed people to suffer, so people will stand up again to the government, and everything was. We had stamps for everything, for sugar, 1 kilogram sugar per month per one person. And accordingly to babies, there was nothing, but, so we had 2 kilograms of sugar. It was funny because my father-in-law was coming for coffee with me every day. I had a little baby. We had a little baby. Leszek was born, and he was coming with his own sugar and coffee. So I was giving him milk and water because milk was without problems and water was without problems. And I was laughing, Daddy, you don't have to do that. I know, I'm in the same shoes as you are. We have to stand up on lines if something is available. Coffee was so hard to find as well. So everything was distributed by stamps at work. Gas, you couldn't have too much gas, you couldn't travel because they don't want, was shortage of everything, not only food. Everything, shortage of everything was for 5 years, more than 5 years. And and then we left to Canada, but people were still suffering. And boy, meat was, you couldn't have too much meat per month. And for little Leszek, I had the best meat available, but, I had to divide in little pieces and cook him soup with a meat. And it was, they knew what age he can eat. Of course, it was so. Eggs were, you could buy eggs as much as you wanted, but everything else kind of. Thank you so much. Who will check? And it was always something that we were. Mama T, thank you so much. When you can Google, then come well, please, bless you. And I will be trying to, Mama T. So it's no fun when you don't have the abilities to buy anything and stand up in line from 5 o'clock because the meat will be delivered that day and you have a ticket for that day to buy it. So there was a few hundred people that could buy in the meat store that day meat, not every day of the month, but it was that day, it was for me meat, but it was ridiculous. There will be some legal way of dealing with people. People will be reunited. and secrets will be coming. He is, you are not used to it to be on leash. In Poland, we were used to it. We knew that policeman is a policeman. You better don't have any arguments with policeman because you will never win. So you were trying to be as good student, all the time to behave as much. And thank you, Mama T, for your donation. So it is not easy to live without the ability to buy what you want. Right now, it's overproduction, and then it will be underproduction, and people will be suffering, and it will be building up more anger. So Putin wants to do this Russian way. He has control over people because they are afraid of him. They are held by, you might not get apartment, you might not get ability to buy a car. Even for the car, we were paying 10 years in advance, and then we had the car. We were paying several years in advance for the apartment, and then you have very small apartment, 1 or 2 bedroom maximum, unless you have more kids, but you have to extra. And so it is very hard to, so be prepared what you can buy in advance, because that will be shortages of everything. Hairspray, well, we couldn't buy hairspray, so we were using spray made out of sugar and water, making your own hairspray. Beer is good as well, but it smells. It was there was no soap, dishwashing thing. Dishwashers were not working, but for the dishwashing dishes, some people were using flour, because if the dishes was greasy, you use flour to wash the dishes. People created so much gadgets to survive. Yeah, you have to. And we were sharing, we didn't have internet, so there was no way to share anything by internet. And you could go to prison by making copies of something. So everything was much harder than you have now, because you have internet, you can know when you can go and protest. In Poland, we couldn't protest because people were killed on the streets. Yes. Another question, I think there was something here. Okay. I've been here. Thank you for writing capital letters, because that way it's easy for me to find anything. Is it over, the leak on the app investigation? I think that's what you are talking about, the investigation that the blue leak was, whistleblower was talking about yesterday at Rachel show. So is that over? No. Actually, Democrats will be standing very strong and demanding, and people on the streets will be demanding. I see a symbol of lion. Don't poke the lion. So it will be more stronger, and Mr. Mellon will have to answer questions, and it will be deeper and deeper. The King of Love, family reunion, and being a winners. Being on a winning horse. So some new lawyer will be loved by people because he will be opening that, and people will be reunited, family reunion. So people on the streets will be reunited, and the new winner will be showing how important it is for the Democratic Party to go with the peace, but showing that they have to go after that leaking investigate the information about Starlink and not Starlink, but about the sending the data to someone who had the Russian address. How long will Don Don stay in office if you can see it? Thank you. We are all frustrated. I know. Whole world is all frustrated. You know, the time is not for me, but I might get some information how long he will stay in office. By August, which is it will be blowing to the proportion, but I think fall time when they are harvesting, it's the simplest way that when the gooses are leaving, that will be from Canada. They are usually September. They are leaving, so the battle will start for the security of the country. And surprise! So he might be very surprised. I watched today in the morning a little bit of Fox News because I wanted to know how it's going on and how are they talking about. They are not talking about Garcia's story from Venezuela. They are not talking, but they are talking about things that about Biden, that he had a speech yesterday. Of course, he is older and he never was very aggressive speaker. So they were because it is because of Biden didn't give up the second candidacy. That's the reason we have Trump. But they want to feed the people that information, so his people will be thinking only that the little things not important. Well, yeah, there will be shifting of all the negotiations between Canada and China, between other countries, because we can't stand on the line and wait for the Don Don to sell us a gold lipstick and kiss his. So we have to. They have to understand that time is not standing in stable, and that will be his downfall. He will be remembered for being such an asset to Putin. You couldn't imagine better to do something than he did. Okay, I don't have too many prayers because I was not ready. Cheryl told me that she's not coming just in the morning, and I didn't have time to prepare the questions, the prayers. Usually she is the one, and she spent the night in the hospital. So prayers to anyone who needs any help from the higher powers to be stable, to be safe, and Sharon, for you too, that your eye will not be in jeopardy. I had 2 times blindness, so I know how scary it is. But she didn't have a blindness; she has a fog, shadow. I don't know how to explain the shadow, but she went to see a doctor yesterday, and he sent her right away to hospital, to emergency. And she didn't want me to know because she knows I'm a panicker and I will be scared of running the show by myself. So she said, I'm not going to tell. And so it is very hard. And please be safe, be happy. If you can come, if you can suffer your Easter Saturday to go and protest, do it for the higher goods, because the Easter time, it will be the time that people will be talking about this. And you are meeting with people and you can share sometimes your opinion. We decided not to talk about politics by any Christmas or Easter's or Thanksgiving, because not everyone has my opinion in my family, and I have to respect that. I know it's temporary, so nothing will last forever, and to poke someone that they are not right. And I think that they are getting cold feet until the feet will be very cold and they will start maybe switching the opinion. But right now they are still thinking that they can give him a chance, and Fox News is telling them that he is Alpha and Omega and he's such a good negotiator. Oh my gosh, he is the best. He had 6 bankruptcies, even casinos, but he is the best businessman for the job. He knows what he is doing. I'm blind, but don't worry, I will drive you safe home, not using the automatic car. So yeah, eventually they will have to stand up and see how they survive. Thank you for being with me, and I know it was not the best performance because I'm much better when someone else is asking me questions, and Fridays I'm usually preparing by myself, but somehow I survived 47 minutes and 42 seconds. So be happy what you have, because life is so unpredictable and we have to move forward. I don't know what I will do without Cheryl, and I don't want to lose her, so please pray for her health and coming back as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye-bye.